afternoon.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to round 4 of the Racecraft Simulations V8 Vets Split 3. I'm John Van Ree. With me in the sandpit, I have Mark Dyle, Reg James. How are we, gentlemen?
Yeah, really good, thanks, mate.
John. And of course, we already have a cast of thousands out there in YouTube land already watching. So a good evening to everybody out there. Welcome aboard for what I think will be another cracking race. As, of course, we are at the one and only Interlagos, made very famous for the mass production of Brazilian Formula One drivers, including the famous man that the Turn 1-2 complex is named after, the Senna S. And then we come down the hill in through Curva de Sol, where we accelerate out of fourth gear into the Reta Reposta, down into the Descenda de Lagos, where we battle through turns 4 to get the car pulled up. And then after descending past the lake, we go into turn 5. Of course, be careful, Gunter could be hanging out in that lake. Surprised what sort of monsters are in that place. We then head back up the hill inside the amphitheatre that is the circuit into Ferradura and into La Engina curve. And then we get into the famous Pinarino section of the circuit where we go through 8 and 9 up into Bianco de Patio in 10, and then we come down through Mugello into the Junco curve where we have to pull the car up very tight. Second gear corner, turn it, get the power down to get up the hill as best we can. A lot of time can be won and lost in that corner. Then we head up the hill through the Subiaco de box and then through the Acrobancas curve, and then back onto the start-finish straight. It is a cracking circuit with a 1 minute 35 to 1 minute 30 time. Very, very huge tyre wear, huge lateral loads on the car through quite a few of these corners. And as most guys will detest to, not many spots on the circuit to get a break, considering from turn 12 to turn 1 is basically a straight, but you're constantly turning. So let's have a look now and see how the grid shaped up for our wonderful split 3 lads. And on pole position, we had, of course, Matt Mcmillan from WKMP with a 132.899. And that puts him in front of, sharing the front row, of course, with Scotty Perrins from Quantum Pecky Racing. Good to see Scotty P back up the front. The kid, Simon Haynes from Quantum Pecky, sitting in third with a great qualifying time for him. He lines up alongside the wily old veteran Ed Cullens from Shadow Racing. And then the Godfather is sitting on the third row of the grid. That's pretty impressive, Mark. And alongside him is Aidan Rice from East West Racing, GMK Logistics. And then on the fourth row is another one of the Shadow boys, Brett Fisher in 7th, lining up alongside Daniel Norris from Quantum Pecky Racing. On row 5 is Andrew Galley from Dag Motorsports, lining up alongside East West Racing, GMK Logistics, Craig Healy. And then on row 6 is Reg James from WKMP, just outside the top 10, lining up alongside Justin Wood from Dag Motorsport. And then on the 7th row of the grid was Marty Hughes from Pacific Esports Racing, lining up alongside El Supremo. Good morning to you, Mr. Johnson from Team AJR. On 15th was the birthday boy, Jeff Eddy from Team AJR as well, lining up alongside Mike Coraliff from Oceanic Sim Racing. Michael Hayes from Nova Sim Sports was in 17th, lining up alongside Fletcher Christensen. And on the 10th row of the grid was Joseph Grenshaw with a great qualifying time from iDrive Sim Training, lining up alongside John Van Ree from WKMP. 21st was Matthew Munday from Fishy Motorsports, lining up alongside Jason Dunn from SAR Racing. In 23rd was Jeff Sandford from Player One Racing, lining up alongside his team boss, Neil Waters. And over the screen, 125th was Dave 37 Racing WKMP, David Baldock, lining up alongside Dave Galley. In 26th from Dag Motorsports. In 27th was John Lee from Old Mates and Sons, lining up alongside the better-looking Baxter Rob from Coast to Coast Racing. And in 29th was James Cormick from Controller Motorsports, lining up alongside Phil Marsh from PJM Racing. In 31st for Misfits Racing was Ross Watson, lining up alongside Gunther von Nordschleife from WKMP. So the Gunther is back. Everyone be careful. And then in 33rd was Matt Beale from Player One, lining up alongside Anita Buckland from Old Mates and Sons. 35th was Michael Power from WKMP Sim Sports, lining up alongside my favourite Dutchman, Greg Shelton from Mustangs North Queensland. And then we had, of course, Brad Anderson from Team SRW Motorsports in 37th. And on debut, Stephen Luckhurst from Lucky Cock Racing in 38th. And, of course, 39th on that list there is Joe Mahoney, who was part of our race control team. And in 40th is our safety car driver, Jason Chin. Pete Kelleher didn't set a time, and Craig Rose didn't set a time either. So that is the grid, boys.
It's an interesting grid. There's a lot of people in around the places you'd expect them, but there's a few mixed in there that you probably wouldn't expect to be quite so high. One guy somewhere back in the 20s probably had nosebleed, but I don't think he's been that high in a while. But great to see some faces popping in and out of the top 20. So
yeah, it was an impressive qualifying by Baldock. You can see the car there in the background. Sure, he'd be pretty excited. Being 25th.
Yeah, judging from the chat, he's pretty excited. So
yes, qualified in front of Gunther, I believe. So there's plenty of yap about that last night. Anyway, it is definitely shaping up to be a cracking race, and I think we might light the wick on this one and get it started, boys.
Crack it on.
That's good.
Pete Kelleher got a rear grid. So there's a few boys that have probably jumped back a little bit. I think I did mention Pete. I'm sure I mentioned Pete. There's a couple of rear grids in there and a couple of people making the choice to start in pit lane, Gunther, in fear of the carnage that's going to occur in turn one. And, yeah, it was also interesting. Keep an eye on where they come out. This is one of the lucky circuits where you may get a benefit. Anyway, let's light the wick on this and get it started. And about to get going. Lights are about to come on. Of course, we only had a 1 minute standing grid instead of the usual 3. And we are away. Great start by McMillan on the outside. Perrins looking to move to the inside line. Looks like Healy going way inside on dial.
That's Aiden.
Aiden, was it?
Right. Yeah. He jumped everybody.
That's one of the cleanest turn ones I've seen in a while.
It is at this track.
You start shuffling back. It is all still clean. I was
fantastic.
Blown away by it, actually. And you see everyone making good ground. Very wide. There's Baldock again. So drink Gunther. Anyway, so Perrins tucked up behind McMillan. The kid tucked up behind Perrins. Aiden Rice up 2 spots. Dials held his ground. The big loser was Ed Cullen. Reggie James is trying to make some moves already.
Just trying to poke my nose up, let everybody know I was there.
Plenty of tyre smoke in front of you. People are already sending smoke signals on a circuit where you've got to look after tyres.
I think I may have been guilty of that myself. Yes, just going through Bulldog corner. Thank you, Dave.
No, I thought this was Bulldog corner.
Straight. I believe it's Bulldog 2 corner.
Yes.
They're just numbered now. It's Bulldog 1 through to 14.
Oh, heading to the Bulldog S, I believe, is the next corner coming up on the circuit. Named after the famous driver, David Baldock.
Self-named.
Oh, happening in front. Oh, and behind. That's a big whack in the corner there, Reg.
Yeah, I felt that one. I was very surprised that I managed to pull it up, and I figured that my luck was probably going to run out because blind people come through there.
trying to catch him. Where is he? Hazy's in the wall there as well somewhere. So big loss waiting to get out of traffic there. Aiden Rice, and there's an next little tap there. Aiden Rice right up. Dial right up behind. Perrins still hanging on to P2. Under pressure from the kid though. Keep an eye on Hayes. Haynes getting right in the action already.
Yeah, I found it took me a couple of laps or two to get used to. A lot of people that I was behind their braking was a little earlier than mine, so once they got the hang of their braking.
Scotty Perrins.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's not a great place.
And gets back on safely. But that has cost him very, very dearly. Jump on Fletcher Christensen putting pressure on and Andrew Johnson. Two cars going left, going right now. People starting to get a little bit more aggressive.
Bit of warmth in the tyres.
Yep.
And it's one of those places where you got to try and make a few passes early because the longer you go, the harder it is.
Evening, Mr. Slater. Yeah, Mr. Cracker last night. And so definitely plenty of action early in this group here. Andrew Johnson here, tucked right up behind. Well, some good battles all up and down the track at the moment. Go back to Justin Wood. He's got a group. Well, Sanford with a group behind him.
Ooh, bit of door-to-door there.
A little bit. Bit of action. So definitely moving along, go a little bit further back to this group here. A little bit of a puff of smoke there. Not sure what happened to Justin. I think he may have had some gear issue. That Bulldog looking racy on Rosie here. Going into the turn. A little bit of smoke in front. A little bit of synchronised spinning. Done.
Hold your brakes, Dave. Hold your brakes.
And don't know how he doesn't get penalised going backwards. Got away with that.
That's the wrong direction.
Got away with that. I don't know how he got away with that. And Fletch now just past Jeff Eddy. For those playing along at home, get your scorecards out for turn one. That's all I'm going to say. In the background, Dunny starting to make his way through. He's up 7 spots. A great little start there. And Jason, last week's winner. Back in the pack, but working his way forward. Up 6. Yeah. Moses doing very well.
Making his car as wide as a house.
And nicely has the car pewter looking. Let's put a lot of time into the MIP file on that one. There's Mike.
With Aussie broadband.
Did ditch it a bit after last year. Reg looking quite racy here. Perrins just behind still, trying to get back into it.
amount of us that are on Aussie Broadband, we should probably be hitting them up for some sponsorship.
And Matty Monday. Something a bit fishy back here as he puts a bit of pressure on Andrew Johnston. Joseph Granshaw still in the top 20 as well. He's driving well. Plenty of action already in these early laps. Go back, Ed Cullen. He's in an epic battle with the one and only Gunter. Two wily old veterans. And looks like Monday up the inside of John Stone. So a little bit of action already. Craig Healy under pressure from Marty Hughes. Daniel Norris involved in this battle here as well. Dan Norris having a bit of a look, bit of a lock up from Hughes. He goes a bit wide, still holds the inside line. Looks like Norris is going to get through though. If he can hang on to it going up into the next series of corner. Great respectful driving from these two.
Fantastic to see.
He still manages to hang on. And he's
I reckon Daniel's come off second best out of that one.
Yep. And we'll go back here. Dave Galley putting a bit of pressure on Matty Beale. A bit wide, found the grass. Oh, didn't want to hang on to that one, Dave.
Lucky. Very lucky.
Here comes Rosie, trying to capitalise. And I think we've seen that before.
Well, if he didn't get him the first time, he certainly got him the
The
second.
second time, yeah. Where's my other friend? Just going through. We'll pick up this little battle here. This is a battle, of course, between Ed and Gunter. Still going. Ed with a bit of a run.
Problem is, there's nowhere to really get past.
Nah, a bit more of a run. Oh, yeah.
Well, that's one way.
That's definitely another way. Jump on for Matty McMillan now.
Probably not what I'd recommend, but
Matty McMillan under a lot of pressure from the kid. Definitely got to say that split 2, split 1, keep an eye out for this young fella. I think he's on his way up, moving forward through the ranks pretty quickly. As the new driver at Pecky's. So, Matty holding a good line.
He's still
Oh,
got
he's
some
gone for the
pace
look.
on him.
Oh, squeeze that one.
That was ambitious.
Very
Yeah.
ambitious. It's almost the last lap dive, that one.
I hazard a guess he won't try that move again.
No. Now, while we're back here, we are with Mr. Dial. Mr. Dial, little David from South Australia has asked for you to talk us through a lap as we go to cockpit view.
The country town, South Australia.
Yeah, hard brake in turn 1. Try not to hit the teammate, which I did really. Trying to keep the power on here and not let it slide out on off accelerator. A lot of steer through there. Jamie said it wasn't as good through there as what I've had before. Again, hard braking through here. Down to 3rd. Try not to let it run out there and get that new 1X off that edge. Down to, I think was going down to 3rd here, cut the curb, keep it in nice and tight. Again on the curb. Down to 2nd, again on the curb. Cut that as much as I could, but I didn't want to hit Brett, so I lost that one. Yeah. Hit the wheels from spinning out of there. I got a little bit of wheel spin out of there. Again, 2nd gear, cut the curb. And I was short shifting here around about here into 4th and then back down to 2nd. And trying to keep it from spinning the wheels up here as well. And getting into the draft of the following car. That's pretty much it for a lap around here.
There you go, little Dave from South Australia. Hope you learnt something from the one and only Godfather.
Yes, Dave, I hope you did learn something. You've got to cut them curves.
Fish doing well. He's up 4 spots, still sitting in there. Gonna go back. Dunny, he's still working his way through. He's now up 9 spots in 13th. Dunny doing very well. Of course, if you haven't checked it out, jump on into our streaming section on Discord. Check out the Blake Warboys track guides. We have one of the top 10 drivers in the Pro Series doing track guides for us this season at Vets. Make the most of it, guys.
Yeah, I watched his lap. It was a good lap. Learned a lot. Done some laps with Michael Stewart on Monday night as well. Learned a lot from him as well.
Yes, also take up the offer there with Stewie. Another veteran campaigner. Regular in split 1. Let's come back up to Andrew Gallagher, lap 10. Gallagher, he's tucked right up behind you now, Dial. And here comes the kid. The kid is coming back. Nicely parked the car in the middle there, Mark.
Yep. Yeah, and Andrew had a good habit last night of rattling on the back of Brett Fisher's car, so I didn't let him rattle on the back of mine.
And definitely a good speed there from Haynes. Haynes is coming fast here.
He was, and I'm thinking, just hold him off, Andrew. Just hold him up a little bit more. We're getting close to a pit stop.
Big shout out to Hoffy as well. Hoffy's dropped in to say g'day. Great to see the Hoff having a look-ski.
Yeah. How you doing, Hoff?
The kid is coming.
Andrew's doing well to hold him back.
Haynes with a run, probably a little bit too much curb there, Mark. That's just cost him. If he did that curb there, I reckon he would have had the run up here. It's the subtleties of the circuit. Under braking here. And it's one of those moments where you got to show that everyone's not perfect. And there we go. I don't think I scored as well as Baldock, but I thought I'd give it a crack.
Yeah, that's only a 5. Baldock had to be an 8.
Wasn't much of a performance at all, to be honest, John.
I tried. I was a bit disappointed. The car was straight and drove properly.
At least Baldock got it to go right round.
So Coraliff under a bit of pressure here from Perrins. Neil Waters, he's in a good little battle hunting down Andrew Johnston in front of him. He's up 6 spots in 8th. Pete Kelleher, starter from rear of grid. He is up 19 spots in the 22nd. And Andrew Galley and Marty Hughes into the pits going for the undercut. And laps 13. Where is he? And Matt Beale racing with Anita. So Anita sitting in 26th, up 8 spots. Matty Beale in 27th.
A few in the pits.
Yeah.
They're all starting to peel in. A few more. Keller, Eddie, Hayes.
It's good to see Anita in the mid pack now. Been there a couple of weeks in a row now.
Steady progression.
Before you know it, she'll be in the top 10.
Hmm. And Dial now under pressure from Hayes. The kid is coming. Coming quick. And Dial into the pits. Couldn't handle the pressure of the kid.
Nah, I thought let him out, let him go, get him. I must have hit the wrong button there.
Didn't want to be fast on track, so he thought he'd go into the pits.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, it was an easier way of letting him by instead of battling with him.
Wouldn't have been much of a battle. He would have flew past you.
He had a good run out of the last corner.
He did. He did. You were gone by turn 1. I think anybody would have been with that run that he got out.
Good little battle here with Eddie, Hughes, Sholton and Buckland.
Of course, we're all treated to Gunter singing "Happy Birthday" to Mr. Eddie.
Yes,
Last night.
I think that'll be a birthday wish Ed won't forget. I think a few of us are still emotionally scarred. Some great close racing here.
But Dunny's come out the pits and he's right on the back there.
Mm. And Fish now under the pressure from the kid. He is coming.
Jeez, what was it? Team orders.
Here comes Scotty Perrins. The Pecky Quantum performance, boys, all moving forward. Reggie James in pit lane. Keep an eye a little bit further back. Someone else. Greg Sholton still in this battle pack.
Dunny on new tyres too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. The fish admitting that the kid spooked him into the pits. So Mick Power, he's in the top 10 now. He's up 26 spots in 9th. To shuffle through. Keep an eye on him over the next couple of laps. Mark Dial's back out on track with the hard-charging Andrew Galley behind him.
I was happy when I come out in front of Andrew. Because he went in a little bit earlier than most. I thought, no, that's a bit early. I thought it was a bit early to pit.
Big dive on the inside there. Gets past the fish. As our race leader are in the lane. So it is our top two, and the kid now takes the lead again. And Korolev is in the lane. Perrins, Christensen, pretty much going to see everyone come in, I think. Here comes Joseph Granshaw. Here comes Dr. Drew. And keep watching this one. Coming in, Mr. Power. I'm just going to stay with this just for context for later. Oh, yeah. See the guy behind? That's how you enter the pits.
Is that pit entry of the century?
Yeah. And someone missed their pit marker.
No, that could be.
So it was panic stations, fuel saving. It was all happening at this stage.
There you go, little Dave. There's something else you can learn how to enter the pits.
Yeah.
You always
No,
get
no.
worried when you go in my car.
No pit lane speeding violation for me either. Fish and Galley still going. Oh, a little bit of a tap. Fish giving a bit of a warning there, saying he needs a rear bumper bill sent to Dag Motorsport.
Good does.
As the kid is in the lane. And poor old Mick. I think the fuel gauge might be empty about now.
Can't see it coughing, but it is. And on any normal track, you just clutch it and hope for the best. But when you got to go up that hill,
Yeah. Poor bugger. And that is stopped.
yep.
And big evening to Mr. McKnight in the house as well. Always good to have you in watching, Jamie. As we sit here with Andrew Galley tucked right up behind Brett Fisher, Mark Dial P1, Aidan Rice P2, Fisher, Healy, McMillan, Hayes, and of course Hughes, Dunn, Eddie, and James. Round out our top 11. So poor old Mick Power, it's just brought out the safety car.
Yep.
So, of course, most people have already done or just completed their first stop. So this is where the strategy game was really going through everyone's head, because you could pretty well much get home from your second stop on lap 11. So it was a case of, do you risk your tyres, having tyre deg, or do you try and run it to the end? That is the battle at this stage. Probably in my mind, it was a 50-50 call.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
We did talk about it. We did discuss it.
There was a lot of discussion in the Shadow channel too. And we decided to try it. There's someone trying to fake it. Yeah. Good.
Oh, the way I was driving, I needed as much grip as possible, so I decided to not do it.
Well, I felt there was, through the practice sessions in the week, there was tyre drop off, but it wasn't as bad as we thought it would be.
Hmm.
Tuesdays,
And then
I had
after a
no
little
idea.
bit, after a little bit, it come back.
Normally I'll get an idea on tyre deg on Tuesday night, but yeah, this week I missed out on Tuesday, so I decided to err on the side of caution.
Of course, the wonderful Jason Chin, former winner of Driver of the Day at Belle Isle, has brought out the one and only BMW GT4 just to show off its prowess, its style, and its beautiful livery representing Racecraft Simulations, who, of course, we are very proud to have sponsoring our V8 Vets, and also very proud to have Chinny driving our car for us as well.
And at that speed, it's probably the best it ever handles. Other than that, any quicker than that, and it's like a V8 supercar with no wheels.
I don't know. I gave him the low downforce setup this week.
Jeez, hey Chinny, you're getting better setup than I am. I ever got. Jesus.
Never happy with the setup, are you?
No, I'm never happy with the setup. We just need
Doesn't matter if it's the race setup, the safety car setup.
I think it's time we got a new builder for the setup. Yeah, this guy that we got now, he's getting long in the tooth.
Are you volunteering?
Oh, I reckon I could do just as good a job. Right, McKnight? I know you're out there listening, so... I love steering you, Jamie.
So we have, of course, most of the field about to catch up. Look at the lines Chinny takes. They are just spot on perfect. Hits every apex. So let's have a look, do a bit of a check-in. Down towards the back, Rob Baxter, he's still with us. He's doing very well, still going. Of course, still the better looking Baxter, so really nothing to be worried about. Steve Luckhurst in his first race, he's up 2 spots. The old Lucky Cock Racing entry, doing very well. Oh, Dave Baldock, you hate him because you're not him. I like it. Quote of the night.
Get off the grass. Bulldog, geez, what are you smoking?
Anita Buckland is sitting in 32nd, up 2 spots. She is hard pressed by Guntervor Nordschleife in front of her, so pressure is on there. Matty McMillan still going. Ed Cullen, he's recovered himself back into 30th. Dr. Drew, Andrew Johnston, sitting in 29th.
While you're talking about Ed, it was his 100th race last night. Congratulations, Ed.
Congratulations, Ed. You're still a spring chicken. Chubby Bud's quote of the night goes to Dave Baldock. I love it.
If Jamie, if Dave Baldock's a genius, the world is in serious trouble.
I have to agree with that.
Hey.
So we still haven't got this safety car.
No.
Follow the leader down pat.
Yeah, we're still struggling.
I heard a bit of that going on last night.
though, from the small amount I saw, it is a lot better than it was previous weeks. So
where we currently sit at the moment, Mark Dial in 15th is the first car to have done 2 stops, with Andrew Galley in 16th. Brett Fisher in 18th has done 2 stops. Joseph Grenshaw's done 2 stops. And Jeff Sanford as well. I think Rosie did an extra trip down the lane, but he's done 2 stops. And Dr. Drew has done 2 stops as well. So plenty to battle for out there still, as we have another lap under the safety car.
be banking on the hope that there's not another safety car.
Oh, Jamie McKnight, quote of the night. Ed has done nearly as many races as I've done setups.
Kyle.
Yeah, that's because Ed is probably one of the first half dozen to join iRacing. That wouldn't be too hard to do, Jamie McKnight, because you didn't join very early at all. And you're still learning how to build setups.
Dave Galley in the lane now, so a few others joining that list.
If,
I must say, when I
if
come
Jamie
out
can
and
keep it on the track this season, he'll be somewhere around his 200th by the end.
He should be. He does all 10 rounds. Last round will be Jamie's 200th. That is correct.
The first one to
Do
make the
it.
200 club, and I'm pretty sure there's actually one that's fairly close. Darren Goosey's not too far behind either, so
Yeah.
he'll be into next season. But there's a couple within a couple of seasons that'll make the 200 club, which is a fantastic effort.
Mm.
Jamie would have been there a lot earlier if he didn't take a season off and give Varga a championship. There's one you missed out on, mate.
It's only a piece of paper, Mark. That was a good couple of seasons after that. The old paper champion versus the people's champion. So I think our safety car, Mr. Chin, has just pulled away, giving it a gutful. He's off. And here
I've
he's.
got to say, when I come out to see that I was sitting in 17th, I thought this is not a very good idea to put that early, but anyway, it's a lot of traffic to get through.
Go, Chinny. He's going to launch it. He's going to launch it. Oh, I hit the brakes.
Ah,
Oh, and the pit limit, and the pit limiter as well. And Aiden held him. And this was interesting. He held him all the way. And a few boys here going, what am I doing? Like, seriously? Healy, McMillan, pull up alongside. You're in that last corner there. Get alongside. You're allowed to overlap after the last apex. And we are green flag racing. Looks like everyone's going to get through there correctly. Yeah, I was surprised. Like, I pulled up alongside Norris, and no one else pulled up alongside anyone else. Like, after that last apex, you can overlap. And particularly going into turn one there, if you were heels, you could have got the inside of Rice and blocked him out before turn one. Anyway, that's my hot tip of the night. That's my freebie. As we go back through the pack here, some movers already. Pete Kelleher's up in the 14th. a great start from him. Everyone's still fairly well single file.
All right, but no, what talent has a used car salesman got? A lot less than I am.
Veterans, he has Fletcher Christensen tucked up behind. Bit of a battle here further back between fish. And all happening there, a little bit wide from McCormick.
Now, I had a question from Ed Cullen last night when he was racing behind James. Is it?
Oh, Joseph hangs onto it. Morning, Jeff.
Is it wrong to put pressure on someone that you know is using a controller?
It's fair game.
That's
No
another
matter
car.
whether you're using a controller or a wheel.
Another car on circuit. You'd all say it's fair. Right. It's all fair game to put pressure on me.
Yep. That's what I said, fair game.
In fairness, John, if we put too much pressure on you, you just throw a sandbag at us. So, like Mario Kart racing, except instead of banana peels, it's sandbags.
And the problem with that is,
there is no problem.
There's Gunter. What's he up to? He might have missed it, I think. He's under a bit of pressure. Dunny's just spun. I can try and catch him. He's parked in the middle there.
That's a terrible feeling.
Yeah, particularly just after a restart, because you got to wait for the whole field.
Yep. That's
and obviously
maybe
three things there.
Reversing and heading up on the grass and joining on the outside of the next corner.
Tough one. You're probably not thinking about that sort of stuff at that time as well. You're probably going, Matt Mcmillan sitting in third, tucked up behind Healy now. A great little drive here. It's going to go a bit further back, the fish. Great little four-way battle here. Everyone having a look every which way. So you got Sholton and Watson in the back of this as well. A little bit of a lock-up from Norris. And Fish having a look. Squealy by Norris.
Someone had to pop the cork in the bottom.
It's not over all yet.
That's not a passing spot.
Nice little one up the inside as well on the fish. And that is done. Great little battle, a bit further up. Christensen in the thick of the action up here. And Mr. Waters, he's in the wall. Keep an eye here. I think I've got to go to Baldock, I believe. Too wide through there. And get straightened up.
I actually clipped near the ledge and come back out and bounce off the wall.
Natty Monday gets past Andrew Galley. Are all happening at the moment. Hazy moves up one more as well. Marty Hughes. And the kid now is starting to put a move on the top three. And Anita saying great move. Just got to probably say great moves from Brett as well. Acknowledging it takes two to tango when you do moves like that. And here comes the kid. Haynes has a look, tucks it back in behind. Go a bit further back, Muddy Monday. He's in a thick of a battle with Pete Kelleher as well. And then we have in 12th, Dial and Galley. These are the two that have made their second stops already. Marty Hughes has spun. That is a big blow. Was running in that top group. Now has to wait for everyone to head through.
A little squirrely out of there because I wasn't sure what was going down. So.
And I'd like to welcome our master set builder, Mr. McKnight. How are you, Jamie?
Very good, mate.
I'm going mute.
Were you half an hour ago, Jamie?
Come in and be like, Mark Dole is really starting to get on the case. A bit of defence here while we're watching this grade race, boys.
Plenty of action happening and still plenty to come.
I think Dole is really small on the IQ because it doesn't matter. Mate, you're going to be fun. You've got to use forward calculations when you're doing these numbers, mate. You say, okay, well, if I've pitted and they haven't, that means they've got to pit again twice, and I've only got to pit once. Oh, wow, maybe I'll get back to the front. Maybe I'm the genius. I was trying to give you credit, and you talked yourself out of it.
It's a free stop under a safety car. And here comes Joseph.
Jeez, he's having a good.
He's having a good hard look here. Oh, great dive on that one there on Ed.
What's the fastest lap time so far in the race?
Fastest lap time so far is a 1:33.41.
Jesus. Yeah, that's moving. I think that might be exactly the same as, no, I did a 33 dead in the race, or 33-1. But like that's not far off to do one pace.
Oh, look, it was pretty...
Maybe not as consistent yet, but pretty quick.
It was pretty impressive. I think the second covered about 20 cars last night in qualifying.
Jeez. Yeah, that was close in the end too, but there's a couple of boys at the front, like Scotty Gamble and Co. I think Matty Van der Kraan did 31s qualifying. I was like, yep. Just sit back here on the lap down and take off my usual position, 27. Which suits me because I'm car 027, so it sort of goes together. The tyres were good for about 12 laps into it, 13 laps into the stint, and then they got real... Did you find that, John?
Yeah.
And then it was almost like you couldn't turn, eh? Like you had to go real slow and like really...
Oh, Joseph!
Oh! That won't help his tyre drag.
Right.
And when you do that, it doesn't help them.
No, you need 2 laps at sort of snail pace to get them back, if you can.
And the fish is back through. And there's Mr.
Ashley Mack just saying goodbye.
I think this lap, Marty Hughes has a real good run at me coming along the front straight.
How many?
Mr. Galley.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I wasn't upset to see that.
Here is the championship battle. McMillan, the kid has caught him.
If Steve Kennedy's listening, I do apologise. Last night, mate, I did the same thing to him at the same corner. It wasn't intentional, mate. We were 3 wide and the car on the inside tapped me and I just hit you as well. But Yeah, I think it's a few lots those three, Steve. My bad, mate. Mr. Kennedy, he's very quick lately.
He's definitely showing a lot of pace.
He's up to the notch, yeah.
Mm.
It's getting real hard to pass people like Steve, and it's really frustrating because it used to be easier. You're going to work your ring off. Yeah, breakdown.
What's that? Pete in the lane. Going in for his second stop. We'll start to see around about now over the next 3 laps or 4 laps the bulk of the second stoppers.
Did you let Dole pass?
What's that?
Did you let him go? Did you let Dole go, John? He was behind you.
No. Yeah, I did. He was coming through. Quicker tyres.
Quick, mate.
Yeah.
You should clean those pedals more often, mate.
Oh.
Whenever he says his pedals, he's quick without a month, and then he goes back.
Definitely does. There's Jeff Sanford. He's under a lot of pressure from Ross Watson here.
What's Bulldog doing? Fuel saving?
Bulldog, no, he's doing all right. He's up 5 spots, just past the Gunter.
Ah, the Gunter. Good evening, Gunter.
So it would have been his pass of the century. It would have been screamed out in the chat at about this stage.
He doesn't give it too easy. He doesn't give you a pass easy, and you've got to earn it.
Oh, yep.
Elbows out. Oh, it's a different one. Did you notice they moved the off tracks on this track a bit? Like
Yeah.
You used to go the one wider. Geez, that was annoying.
Yeah, they've tightened them up a bit.
Yeah. You got to basically stay on the asphalt. Corner coming on the straight, love that quarter.
And Dial now putting pressure on the fish, Mr. Monday.
Don't you dare do that to my teammate.
Matty was difficult to pass in the middle section because he was braking a lot earlier than I was.
You
made it really.
style a bit.
I think I rattled his bumper bar a couple of times.
Rattled him, mate. He needed 2 vallings after the race. He's having nightmares about you.
Matty's just one of those guys, you know, has the talent, has the pace. So when you're racing around him, you just give him that extra level of respect.
Yeah, he's pretty fair too.
Yeah.
You know, I kept looking at it going, well, he pitted on lap 14, so you're going to go in before I do. So
Well, that's the hard thing on your tyres, isn't it, mate? Like,
I just, yeah.
someone fronts on tyres older. You know, you've got the
Well,
pace to defend it.
I had a couple of goes at past him and I thought, nah, I'm giving up on this. And just
A bit.
Greg Shelton doing really well. He's up 19 spots now in 17th.
Who's that? He's good around here. Ross Watson's up there. So it's James Corey.
Yeah, these boys having a great little drive in the mid pack here.
Monday and Fletcher Preston there about up 12, so some big movers.
McMillan still under pressure from Haynes. And locked it up. Let's let the kid through.
Did you do that on purpose?
No, I don't think so.
You might have.
And
Or you might have
Cullen Marsh and
stuffed it
Waters
up
in the
and made
line.
it look good.
Yeah.
You know, stuffed it up and go, mate, you go through. Some real different lines going in that corner, isn't it, when you watch people?
Mm.
Some people keep it tight, some people like sweep across it. Some people go mid-track. Geez, those corners are hard when you have those tight runnings and infield. You know, like a few corners back.
Sanford and Watson still going at it.
So, man, they both got sort of similar pace around apex speed, but totally
Yeah.
different lines.
It's a tough part of the circuit.
Well, this part's hard, yeah. Like all these short right-handers and stuff. It's a little bit too hard to break. It's got break.
my favourite part of the circuit, actually. I like that part.
You would. I heard you like going for MRIs too and scanning and stuff. You enjoy it.
So Scotty Perrins, one of the first little leaders down the lane for that second stop. Just keep an eye
Or
on.
the old-fashioned Aubrey prop trading's in. I heard you look at that. They still do it the old-fashioned way down there, don't they, John?
Yep.
Gloves on. Yep. Bend over, mate. Cough.
Oh,
Oi, hang on to that.
loose.
Oi, Cormac gets through.
That's a hard corner, that one.
Norris and
You've got to
Lawrence,
cut it.
I think.
You've got to cut it, yeah, and if you don't cut it, you...
It'd be harder on the controller.
Yeah, I've used the controller a few times. Not that hard.
Yeah.
Got to be Xbox stuff. PlayStation shit.
There was a suggestion last night. We were after the race. We were having a chat with Scotty Rankin. He suggested we have a fun race with mouse and keyboard.
Who's what? Mountain what?
Mouse and keyboard. Oi, Betty Monday, bit loose
Scotty
there.
Rankin also likes to pluck hairs out of his bum. You know, that's sort of bloke speak. With tweezers. I didn't even know you could play with a mouse.
Yeah, you got mouse control.
Look at dial on board. Oh, this is sensational stuff here. That's the first paint job he's had in a while I like as well. Simple.
Andrew Johnson having a look on Rosie. A bit deep. Opens the door up for Grenshaw.
Yeah, these corners are what I'm talking about. Got to be patient.
So Hughes and Watson in the lane.
So Andrew Johnson, 22nd.
Doing very well.
Yep. He's starting to come on as well.
And Jason Grenshaw having a look up the inside. Can he do it this time? A bit twitchy. Gets it done though.
Nita's up 11 spots in 23rd. That's a brilliant drive.
Doing very well.
Yeah, I think you have to put Anita down because one of the improvers of this season.
Oh, for sure. She's really been up in the pace.
Oh, I missed it. And Craig Healy now under pressure from the kid. The kid is coming.
Who's the kid?
Simon Haynes. We call him the kid because he's 40.
What do call him Simon Says?
Well, the Pecky boys call him Simple, apparently.
Oh, the Pecky boys. You got to watch that Mark Peck. He's likely to do anything.
Don't ask him for wheel advice ever.
Mate, he gave me the brake bar settings for a race once and I nearly put him in the fucking orbit. She said, that doesn't look at all. And he goes, no, it works fine. I said, no, mate. No good.
Well, I got some wheel settings off him. I'm pretty happy with them.
But John,
No, I never got my wheel back to where it was.
that doesn't mean they're good, John. It just means they're better than what you had. It's all relative, mate. Oh, look. It's me dog. Hello, mate.
There we go. Gunter in the thick of it at the moment.
I'm Nordish stuff. I like it.
Yeah, good to have him back after being away for a few weeks.
I think we may need to get some telemetry off a 37, number 37. A bit too high up.
Number 37 sitting up in 16th, up 9 spots.
Something
Doing
not right
very well.
Bulldog's starting to like make a charge.
Ross, plenty of blokes out there with SimiCube 2s that probably be able to help you out with that.
Yeah, I've got one, Ross. I've had it 2 years and I've still got no idea how to use it.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Well, it's very technical. There's
The,
about 90 settings on it.
turn the wheel to your right, the car will go to the right, Jamie, and if you turn the wheel to the left, the car will go to the left. There's
Fucking hell, that's where I
there's
went wrong.
your tip of the day.
Maybe it'll be complicated, haven't it?
Great move there from Daniel. Mr. Norris getting past Gunter.
Quite of the day, John Van Reed. The car will generally go in the direction you point the wheel. What are you playing with there, John? You reading the paper? You reading the paper, mate?
Nah,
paper.
just admits it.
Oh, he's sensitive.
It is. I think we're up to. Pete Kelleher started a bit further back. He's up 22 spots.
We're getting in the thick end of it, boys. 13 laps to go.
And of course, Mr. Kelleher got a new teammate up in split 1.
Has he?
Mr. Taliacic.
Oh, he does too. Yeah, well done, Cindy.
Yeah, and Synergy Sim
Just to
Racing
let it up
Group.
you, mate. You've moved in just as I've gone. No, he's a good bloke, Mike. Good driver. He'll enjoy that environment. Doesn't have to worry about anyone else anymore. I know what that's like, Mike.
Great little battle at the back there, Anita and Husey.
She's not laying down, though, is she?
No. Rice and Healy into the lane now.
Has Mike done his second stop?
What's that?
Has Mike Dole done his second stop yet?
He has. He stopped under the safety car.
Oh, that was the second stop.
Yeah.
That's right. It was, yes. Okay, so he's fueled all the way home.
Doing the long run on the tyres.
Geez, that is a long run, Mark.
Was a long run.
I'd be surprised if you could turn at the end. Look at Dole's lines. He's actually hitting his apex as well done, mate.
Oh, when you got a setup you can steer, Mark, you can do that.
It's got to be the setup, because it can't be him. Look at that. He's hitting every apex. Even those two. And have to hit those ones, mate. One of them's optional. Jesus, look at him throwing around. Bloody sideways. Got it on opposite lock. Are you sure that's your driver, mate?
That is
Did
me.
you hire Hoss' son?
Aiden putting a lot of pressure on Jeff here.
Aiden's doing the old, I'm 50 feet wide, mate. I'm coming through no matter what.
Too wide there.
Too wide, yeah.
I've got to give him 10 points for having a go.
And Fletch and Coraliff ahead in as Cormick gets passed by Heels
Holy shit. Drives in fourth now.
in third.
This could be... Oh, he's two. He doesn't lunch it, does he? He doesn't lose his ticker.
Oh, can't confirm or deny at the moment.
If he does, I'm going to give it to him. Because... Win, mate.
Pete Kelleher and a good little battle here with Husey and Renshaw. Pete up 21 spots though. Great recovery.
Wait till I'll tries the bumper settings for Daytona, boys. He's going to love them. You can hit the curbs hard. I made him nice and soft just for him.
And another one of the synchronised spinners.
Oh,
I was trying to get laps in before Jamie, but I get too many phone calls at this time of night, so I didn't get it on.
I know you're busy, man, mate. I know you're busy, man. I understand. I know you're on RSVP. You get lots of inbox messages. With a profile pic like yours, mate, how could you lose? He's actually got a picture of me up as his profile pic, boys.
No.
So the kid is coming back now after his second stop. Galley in front, stopped on lap 17. So I might just put up the pit strategy so people can see what it looks like. McMillan still to make another stop, so is James. Dial, of course, stopped on lap 17. So did the Fish, so did Galley. Haynes did his second stop, 16 and 17. And Sanford's another one of the drivers that stopped under the safety car. So a few boys still a bit to push out. Andrew Johnstone.
So McMillan and James still have to do their second?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Dial's got this in the bag.
But has he?
Well, a normal guy would have it in the bag, but we're not talking about that guy. I've seen him choke a few times, Bruce.
Anything can still happen. Big lockup from the kid.
Mm-hmm. That. He's been good. He was setting that pass up a lap ago.
Yeah. The water's there off in front of him, but they managed to get going again.
Got some pace at the back of the race, hasn't he?
Mm.
He is confident as. He's just got that turning left and right thing down pat, mate, I think.
Yeah. No, he's done very well.
Yeah, he's going to catch him too.
For a guy who pestered us for 12 months about racing in vets, he has come to play.
Oh, there's many cases of that, John, isn't there?
Hmm.
If I think back to like season 8, 9, and the guys that have been with us since then, like it's Scotty Perns, amazing, the difference.
Yeah.
And yourself, and, you know, lots of people.
Hmm.
Even Mark Dole, to be honest.
Matt Mcmillan in the lane.
He was bloody nowhere.
Where's Jason?
It's got a lot tighter than what it was.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't catch him. There's a practice room the other night where I actually couldn't catch Dole. Oh, I finished one spot behind him. I was dirty as. You should get that off and send it to Excel, mate. Print it.
So good little battle here with Gunter, Steve Luckhurst, Jeff Eddy, Joseph Grenshaw. Luckhurst, of course, this is his first vets race. Doing very well. Sitting in 29th, up 9 spots.
Like he's always been there.
Hmm.
He did well. He did recognise when the leaders and you know the top 10 were coming through on him. Step aside.
I mean,
Oi!
oh, what a shame. What a shame. I was just about to say the racing inspector has just gotten first class compared to, say, 5, 6 seasons ago.
Well, both 2 weeks in a row, the top 20 have been within a second of each other in split 3.
Hmm.
2 weeks in a row, what?
2 weeks in a row, the top 20 have been within a second of one another.
Oh, yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, it's bloody good racing.
Oh, well, I think 5/10 was something like 6 places from where I was sitting.
Yeah, it was tight in qualifying.
Hey, Fish doing really well.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a bit of an issue in the seat.
The kid is coming.
I don't think there's much you can do about it, to be honest. What do you want, darling? Hello. What do you want, Gabby? I'm training the wife as well, training the dog. I was for that state, you know?
Great little bit of side-by-side racing with Andrew Johnstone.
And good clean racing.
Yep. I always enjoy racing around Andrew.
Yeah, he's nice with the racing against, mate. A good bloke too. For a Kiwi, he's a good bloke. It's all right, settle down, Kiwis. Love you, really. Oh, that's a bit stuff, isn't it? Gotta love that accent.
Yeah, cock up by both of us. I'll open the door up for Mr. Hughes.
Oh, mate. Hughes just was like, thank you very much.
Of course, yeah. Got to get his composure back. Go back up. Reg James in the lane. Brett Fisher and Haynes now.
Oh, no.
Toe to toe. And Andrew Galley looking to get in the action as well.
Reggie. No. Oh, no.
So Fish comes out the big winner from that.
Yeah. Simon must have had a mistake in the last lap because he dropped off a bit. The kid?
I'm looking down going, oh, look at that, I've got 8-second lead. I'm all right. I'll just keep your head.
No, no. I bet
Keep
you're calling
on
yourself a paper champion, eh?
Nah, more than
yes,
a
finally, I know what
champion,
it's
mate.
like to be like Jamie. Yes.
I'm more than a paper champion, mate.
Any-
People's still.
any-
Not people.
any-
Bugger.
Any Collingwood supporters out there? I hope you're having a fantastic evening.
Yeah,
Collingwood.
I do too. Go Cat. Go Cat.
Anyway. So we've got 7 laps to go. Here's your pick, boys.
I'll tell you what. Dial, he's got 8 seconds. He loses a second a lap, he's going to be home at his pace.
I'll have $1 on him. Yeah.
But don't underestimate the fish.
I won't, but I don't see how he could lose it from here, Mark, unless he absolutely cannons it. We should walk at him.
Don't underestimate, though. You got McMillan coming, he's on the fresher tyres. You got Haynes coming, he's on the fresher tyres.
He's got 8 seconds.
Yeah, but it's style you're talking about.
Yeah, but any ordinary person couldn't lose that.
But it's style you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm worried about my $1, man. What were you thinking at this point, Mark? Were you thinking one arm out the window, I've got this?
No, I just think you keep it on track.
You what?
Tyres,
I win this, they're going to send me back to split 2.
just
that's
keep it
what
on
it's
the
gonna
track. Don't make any mistakes.
That was a conversation that was happening last night.
No, it's clear that he ghosted it to get back in there. He likes them at the front, he's got to take it. Oh,
Just hang on to that.
he's coming back now.
He's giving it everything, but here comes Galley and McMillan as well.
He's like, I've got to get past this bloke before these blokes get past me. Yep, and he's going to send it. Get in there, son. It's a shame we're not allowed to flash headlights anymore. You couldn't really upset him.
I think at this point I had a couple of lap cars that I was approaching, and I was just hoping I could put them in between me and these two.
Well, you've done well because Galley was on the same tyre strategy and Fish.
Yeah.
But
Hang on a second. I've got 9 seconds now. He's saying.
well, the kid just got the fish.
Yeah, the fish did well though on the old tyre.
Mm.
I did not. I've got to be honest. Like you can see he's struggling with the throttle, but he's just been nice and smooth. He's
Good.
not overdriving it.
Be gentle.
Especially this. You've got to be very nice to it. Oh yeah, Matty's on newer tyres, eh?
Yeah.
I was going to say that was outstanding, that braking. Well, this is going to get interesting.
The kid is coming.
This could get very interesting.
Fish having a little bit of a look back.
Even my dog just said, yeah, this is going to be on.
Great little battle here between the Fish and Galley as well.
My word. Oh. There's no room for error, boys.
Nope.
No, one mistake can lose you a lot of places.
Right there, no doubt.
And Ed Cullen's still trying to fight his way back, tucked up behind Cormick. Over lap 43.
So if I'm up for 200 races, Dole must be up for the same, is he?
No, I've had what, at least 3 seasons out.
Oh, did you?
I did 2 seasons on the safety car.
Dial's about 170, I think, off the top of my head.
Something like that.
Because he used to be level pegging, wasn't he? Yeah, but I forgot he was a safety car driver.
157.
157, now he's way behind.
157.
Lightweight.
Oh, yeah, by 10.
He's actually behind Bulldog, who's 158.
Go, Bulldog.
Go Baldy. Go Baldy.
That won't be hard. All I got to do is put him off the track next week.
Yeah, you still get a point for that. Still get a race start for that. Here comes Mr. Ed on Cormick this time. Big shout out to Matty McMillan who's jumped in the house. How are you, Matty?
Good boys, yourself?
Listen,
Yeah, not
Hey,
too
Matty.
bad. That's opened the door and he's through.
look like you look like you had a real hard on it then. You just carving it up.
Yeah, fresh tyres. I actually blew the back of them out here trying to catch the kid.
That's the danger, eh? When you got fresh tyres, you can't overuse them.
If you're
They
out there,
go to shit pretty quick.
if you're out there, the kid,
push
you
them
might
on
want.
this track either.
You're out there, the kid. You
Yeah,
might
just
want to
back out
jump
on
in
the
the split.
right.
If you're out there, Simon, you might want to jump in the split 3 green room.
I know the rules, John. See, I was waiting in there.
Yep.
I've learnt.
Matty McBeal, bit of light flashing. Not sure what's
Oh,
going on
yeah,
there.
That's the way. That's it.
Mark
Come on,
Dial
Scott.
flashing the lights. Look out.
Ah, go, Mark. See me flashing it in. Yeah, there's a race at Oran Park where Mark was in front of me and he would not let me go, mate. He made me. He goes, "You're gonna have to earn it." on the mic.
Aiden Rice still tucked up with heels behind him.
You remember that, Mark?
I do.
Yeah, I thought you might. And he helped Varga catch me.
Leaving. Still battling away with Andrew Johnston.
I love that paint job. Car in front.
Yeah, he's done well, old Andrew.
He was.
They're all uniquely different.
Here's this bloke behind me, John Van Roo. Here's he.
Some spud.
New bloke. Some new bloke. Some spud. Some country spud. I heard he runs an airline.
Oh, not quite an airline.
An emerging airline.
Of course, anyone
You're plenty,
interested,
John.
anyone interested in going to the Birdsville races from Sydney, give me a call.
I could, mate.
I'll hook you up on a great tour. Bit of a segue
You ain't
here,
giving
John.
up, or John, were you?
Oh, I'm not giving up. Just like Heels isn't giving up. Here comes Heels.
Down to 6 seconds, the lead boys. They're on a charge.
Yeah.
I'm giving Mcmillan. They only
Really throw it away.
catching markets themselves. Mcmillan's right behind Haynes, man. Healy's having a good race.
Millen's caught back, catching back up.
He's less than a second behind now. Down to 5 seconds. Whoa, this is going to get very interesting. Mark would have broken out into the sweat. On you.
No, actually, I just kept calm.
You can't keep calm, Mark.
The only reason I was sweating because I still had the heater on and I couldn't. I
I knew it.
had the first pit stop, I had to pull in, take my headphones off, take my glass off, take my jumper off, and then get set up back again.
Yeah.
I can tell you what, I had the David
Turn
Boone
my fan on
going.
in the pit stop. I'd jump out in the lead and grab the phone, turn it on, jump back in.
And someone got past Andrew Johnson.
So did I. I did too. Well done, John. Missed the pass.
Yeah, I missed it.
How can you miss your own pass, mate?
Too busy laughing at Dial.
Unbiased John being those people. He's the man of the people.
Oh, I always show them by accidents, so.
Yeah, I know you do. I was enjoying too. They're normally good.
Simon
They're
Haynes
now, boys.
is starting to come under a bit of pressure here from Matty McMillan. 2 to go.
Oh, he's got to hold this 5 second lead. There you go, madam. Oh. Haynes, he's really moving. And McMillan's just keeping his mill on.
Of course, these guys 2 and 1 in the championship, so.
Yeah, he's got the car turning real nice. He's Simon, he's starting to bugger off, mate.
That's white wheels. You've noticed you've gone quicker since you went back to white wheels, haven't you, Matty?
Yeah, shit, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Bulldog told me to do that.
Yeah, Bulldog's got a lot of good ideas, man.
Mm.
He's been around a while. He was one of the big guns when I started.
Oh, Jesus.
He's a seasoned veteran.
Big gun that went backwards.
Yeah. He doesn't get a lot of time to practice, mate. I know. When I don't practice, I'm nowhere. You got to get.
Fletch still putting pressure on Jeff Sanford. This is a battle for the last spot in the top 10. As we're on the last lap now.
Last lap. White flag. I'll tell you what, I was happy to hear that noise in my race last night because it was a long race.
It was only 200 Ks, so it wasn't a long race for us.
Yeah, you don't get a rest here, John.
I know, and I'm kind of, after last night, going, crap, we've got Pro Series 500k Enduro here.
Oh, yeah, good luck with that, mate.
That's going to be hard work. It's going to be...
I've got the popcorn there for that one.
It's going to be hard work for the so-called pro drivers.
Mate, especially on the biceps and triceps.
Oh.
My arms are killing me after those.
We'll really test those guys out, which would be really good to see.
Be great.
Oh.
4 seconds now. Mark's got to win this. Come on, son. Don't let me down. Don't lunch it, Mark. Don't
Still
lunch
the
it.
corner here, will he? Oh, Mr. Dial.
Oh, he pushed it to the limit, but you know what you've done, Mark? You said, fuck it. I'm either going to win this race or I'm going to crash.
So do you see at this stage, Mark, I'm back in split 2 next week?
No, but I kept saying to the boys I'm going to cop a lot of crap this week, so...
No, that was a very good win, Mark.
Very good.
Well, great drive, Mark.
Yeah, did
Good
very well.
Nice, yeah. Enjoyed it. Was a different track, and a track that I enjoy racing at.
And a setup that you just loved, obviously. Look at the A pictures of him with it. Fucking hell.
He commented on the start of the race how good the setup was too, Jamie.
Yeah, I wasn't here for that.
One of the best you've done.
He did say
I
that.
won't say it has
He
anything.
didn't say that, no way. He'll never give you that, mate. Never.
I will say it is a good track. This is the track I did my first Vets race on, and I was really lucky in those days because we had the compulsory safety car, and every single time you came up behind me, Jamie, Ben would call the safety car.
So John could get another little Kleenex wipe.
Yep, get back up. Catch back to the end of the group. That was back in the days of open setups. What a pain in the ass that was.
Good fun. We had some good races at the start with the initial crew. It was a lot of fun. We used to be able to say whatever we wanted on the mic too. That was before my ERT professional joined the league. Good evening, Brenton.
Yep. Anyway, Mr.
Put it into my swearing.
Oh, those are the days.
Thank you, mate. I needed that.
Mr. Dial, as our race winner, how did you find the race?
It was a good strategy call. I can't take the strategy call. It was my own decision. It was Brett who was thinking about it, and I'm sort of querying. I queried it and thought, well, what the hell? What we got to lose? So we both went in.
Yep, too easy.
So, yeah, it was 50-50.
I'd be listening to him more often if I was you.
Yep.
Yeah, Brett's good on the numbers. Yeah, so... But I won't say the win was due to the setup. I will drop the bombshell. I will drop the bombshell that I invested into a brand spanking new wheelbase and wheel through the season, and I bought myself a Moza R12 with the KS wheel to go on it, and it has been a massive improvement.
Yeah, because you can feel what you're doing now.
I'm not convinced that I've got it completely set up 100%, but
you never will
on that.
But compared to what you had, big step.
Yeah, massive step.
And that was pretty old, your old wheel too. I was like 6 or 7 years old.
No, I actually had to buy. I bought this a replacement one off Bruce McLeod.
When yours buggered up.
The other one gave up the ghost.
Didn't it have
I bought one off Bruce.
The other one, it was like all loose.
No, was just the software that was giving me the shits, and that's the problem with Panatec. It's the software. It's not the hardware.
Yeah,
it's
I
the
know, man.
software that is crap.
That and after sales support.
But yeah, no, I'd like to
Mhm.
thank everyone, the race sponsors, their Racecraft, and the team sponsors Racecraft, the boys at Shadow Racing for getting me in through this week. A lot of practice sessions going on. Ed and his telemetry reader loves his telemetry, and for John for putting on the broadcast. Yeah, good to sit and watch a win for a change.
Yeah, it was good to watch. Well done, mate.
Too
Thanks, David.
easy. And Mr. Haynes, Pecky Quantum Racing sitting in P2. Not with us to give a shout out, but I'm sure he'd want to thank Jamie for the good setup. Thank us for a
I know.
broadcast. Thank everybody for racing. Thank the league and the race control and the rest of it. And of
Yep,
course,
well done, admin.
in third place, we have Matty McMillan.
Yeah, he's on the charge.
How'd you find it, Matty?
Was tough. I still can't believe Dial got home from there. But anyway, with those tyres on this track, I was thinking about jumping in and pitting with that safety car. I'm thinking, no, that's too long a stint on these tyres.
It was a long stint.
And I just wanted something to fight with at the end, which I did have, but couldn't do anything with it.
But 30 laps on those tyres, mate, that's a big call. So,
Yeah. I do go well at this track. I enjoy it. So I don't know why I enjoy it.
Probably a little trail breaking, mate.
Yeah. But setup was great, mate. Thank you.
No worries, buddy.
I thought it was really good. All the boys at WKMP. We had a test session the night before and done. That was pretty good. Same setup there as well. We had a cold track, not a 50-degree track like it usually is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, getting hot, eh?
And so anyway, back again next week. I hope I'm up there again next week. And I hope Dial is. And also Ed. Ed was quick last night as well too. It's a very shame Ed wasn't up there a little bit further because he was right on pace.
Mm.
Yeah.
He certainly had the post.
Yeah,
Well done. I'm going to love yous and leave yous. Thanks for having me.
No worries, Jamie. Thanks for dropping in, mate.
Jamie.
Have a good weekend, guys.
You
Well done.
too.
See you later.
You too. And speaking of weekends and official practice sessions already set up, as we have here in the league, and we are at the one and only Daytona, which will be a bit of fun for us as we start to move into race 5 or round 5. So we're just about at the halfway point of the season. So it's definitely starting to hotten up between Haynes and McMillan. So keep an eye on that. Of course, on Sim Racer Hub, the points, I'll start trying to get them up over the next couple of weeks. Of course, reliant on Mr. Coleman to get the job done. And on that note, though, speaking of Mr. Coleman, I'd love the big, huge thank you to our race control teams. Of course, that's Bruce in split 3 with Joe Marnie and Jason Chin. These boys do a fantastic job. And, of course, the race control and all the other splits as well. The league committee and admin do a sensational job. 150 plus drivers, so nearly 200 people involved in our league, week in, week out, which is bloody awesome to do. And of course, a huge thank you to Jamie McKnight for popping in, Matty McMillan for popping in, and regulars Reg James and Mark Dial. Congratulations on the win, Mark. And that, of course, Anita does ask a very good question. Who was our Chubby Buns driver of the day? Thank you, Anita. You've just saved my bacon. Thoughts, boys?
I can't believe I'm actually going to say this, but I don't think you can go past Mr. Dial. 30 laps on those tyres. That's just fantastic.
I'll tell you what, you've made the call, Reg. We will stick with it. So the driver of the day is Mr. Mark Dial. Well done, Mark.
Thank you, Reg and Hoppy.
No worries. Congrats on your promotion, mate.
Yeah. Lock it in, Eddie. Lock it in.
Eddie's crying that night now.
He's crying because you're going back to split 2.
And Collingwood lost.
Go the Cats. Of course, it was great to see young Shawnee Manor last week for the Cats get one of the best on ground. Ex-Albury cricketer I used to play cricket with back when he was 16-year-old, 15, 16-year-old. Yeah, awesome family, awesome competitor. Great to see him finally make the AFL. Anyway, on that note, I will wrap this up and we will see everybody again next week. Thank you all very much for watching. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Reg. Thanks, everybody out in the chat as well. And we'll see you next time. See you next time. Not all.
Thanks, John.
Introducing the Racecraft PT1, custom-built full chassis racing simulator. The design project, codenamed The Cage, an 80/40 extrusion chassis sitting on top of a Sigma Integrale DK2 Plus 4-point full motion actuator system. No compromises in the cockpit of the PT1 simulator. To maximize the experience, we start with a 49-inch ultra-wide monitor for the greatest field of view in a small footprint of the simulator, down to the SimuCube wheelbase that's tucked up and behind the monitors with SimCore extensions to get things out of the driving area. Everything is connected to a Cube Controls GTX steering wheel with the built-in dash and all the extra button functions available at your fingertips. Driving through the Raceworks S1 pedals, the potentiometer throttle and the 2 hydraulic pedals for brake and clutch ensures you maximize the feel underfoot, and seating yourself into an OMP HTER bucket racing seat with OMP belts connected to a G-belt tensioner to provide that extra feeling and the heightened experience while you're driving. Additional interfaces and accessories in the PT1, we have twin butt kickers, one on either side of the OMP seat, as well as a Jinx sequential shifter, the SimPush Race Logic timer to the left-hand side, a Racecraft built-in WinSim kit with Philips Hue lighting and a built-in soundbar, plus the OMP side net to finish off the experience in the PT1. The Racecraft PT1, build number 1, the ultimate in sim racing experience, combining the best products in the market with the passionate, no compromise approach that goes beyond racing simulation.